Welcome back to the Frauditor Report, the channel where we take a closer look at viral First Amendment auditor videos and separate the facts from the fiction. In today's video, we'll be breaking down an encounter involving a self-proclaimed First Amendment auditor as they interact with law enforcement and members of the public. We'll examine what happened, what was said, and whether the auditor was genuinely exercising constitutional rights or simply provoking a reaction for content. As always, we'll analyze the footage, provide context, point out important details that may have been overlooked, and let you decide for yourself what really happened. If you enjoy honest commentary, accountability, and fact-based analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications as you don't miss the future reports. I'm your host, and this is the Frauditor Report. Let's get into today's video.
I seen you back there. You went through the light and you just turned on your lights to go to pass the red light. Correct. And what you're doing is putting people in danger. And I think you need to be careful with that. Unless you're actually on an emergency.
It was almost turning yellow.
Yeah, but what you're doing is still illegal, man.
And today's video comes from San Joaquin Valley Transparency, where he comes up to two officers sitting in a parking lot and decides, I'm going to film them. Now I'm going to harass them. I'm going to walk up to them and tell them that I don't like what they're doing.
We get a ticket if we do that, right?
Oh, you wouldn't have lights to activate.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're abusing that. You know what I mean? No. You're abusing that. You're putting people in danger by doing that.
And this so-called First Amendment auditor and cop watcher approaches these two cops that are sitting in a parking lot doing their job, and he says that they're putting people in danger. How ironic.
Well, the reason I turned the lights on as the light was turning yellow is to show people I was going through it.
No, you were going. It was turning red, man.
Hey, don't fucking record me, man. Don't do that. You can't do that, bro.
And this right here is a prime example of what First Amendment auditors do on a daily basis. They drive around and they look for content to put onto their channel to get likes and to build their subscribers up.
Fuck yeah.
So as you can clearly see from the beginning of this interaction, these two cops are sitting in a parking lot, minding their own business, working, probably waiting on a call. And these auditors, a group of auditors, approach them. These so-called auditors are clearly standing up for the people's rights by harassing these officers.
What they were doing to film you all, Yeah, this would never happen if you guys were solving crime. So I don't.
Now, in case you are unfamiliar with what First Amendment auditors do in their videos, this is exactly what they do. There's a group of them, and they surround these police officers, and they put the cameras in their face, and they try to provoke. The whole purpose of their video is to gain content to try to make the police look bad in their videos, so that way they can get a viral video and blow up on their YouTube channel. Now pay attention, pay close attention to each and every one of these auditors in this clip.
What's up, man? Mind if I get your name and badge number right quick?
Yeah, sure, Lyle. 2332.
2332? All right, man. Real quick, when I seen you back there, you went through the light and you just turned on your lights to go to pass the red light.
Correct.
And what you're doing is putting people in danger. And I think you need to be careful with that. Unless you're actually on an emergency.
It was almost turning yellow.
Yeah, but what you're doing is still illegal, man. We get a ticket if we do that, right?
Oh, you wouldn't have lights to activate.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're abusing that. You know what I mean?
No.
You're abusing that. You're putting people in danger by doing that.
Well, the reason I turned the lights on as the light was turning yellow is to show people I was going through it.
No, you were going. It was turning red, man, and you went through the red.
Yellow signifies it's going to be turning red.
Yeah, it was turning red. So you kind of
turning red.
Yeah, what I observed. What I observed is that you're abusing this.
This auditor clearly tries to own this officer, but gets owned instead. The officer gives him an explanation that he was driving through the light as it was yellow. Auditor continued to try to say that the light was red, but he was wrong.
You could have gone a lot smoother. We were planning on giving you a warning.
We're gonna head out though.
Mind if I get your name and badge number quick?
All your excuses, we might have to write you up.
Angel Hyman,
it would be fine.
2337.
Don't do what he did, man. Unless you're on an emergency call, don't don't turn on your lights and sirens. You know what I'm saying?
This is one of those emergency calls of an armed and dangerous. That would be what it is considered.
Where's the suspect at?
I still haven't heard of the crime. I still haven't heard of the crime. I know the Second Amendment's scary to you.
If it's something, it would be
armed
reported
just
on the
means
news.
that they're exercising their Second Amendment right.
Oh, boy, you just
Dangerous means anybody.
Clearly, the only dangerous people here at this scene are the auditors that are circling the vehicle, putting cameras in the officer's face, trying to distract them from doing their job. Pay close attention to the provoking comments that this auditor in the pink and black and blue shirt says.
I don't want to hear what I want to say. But thank you, gentlemen.
Lyle, can you just not do that, man?
I didn't hear anything.
Can you just not abuse those lights?
Well, I don't abuse zones.
Yeah, it seems.
Look at the situation, what's going on, and make a determination.
Yeah, well, you're not on an emergency call. You know what I'm saying? You're not on an emergency call, or unless you are, and you're just sitting here. Yeah.
I don't want you to be.
You're
good?
Yeah, you should be good unless your tires go sideways.
I don't know if they will, but I'm going to go.
No, everything went pretty okay. Yeah. Generally, yeah. Nice Monday. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, we'll be around.
All right.
Yeah, no, we'll be here. We'll be around. I'll see you a little bit later.
As the officer is being professional and courteous and saying to the auditors to have a great day, the auditor in the background says, "Eat a dick." These so-called First Amendment auditors and cop watchers clearly do not like law enforcement, and they are there for clearly one purpose and one purpose only. And that is to provoke law enforcement officers into a reaction so that way they can get content to post on their YouTube channel.
Yep.
How right now, and Brandon, his nephew on the San Joaquin News Network, West Side Accountability, dressed in pink, raising a stink. Yeah. Woo, woo. Right?
Yeah, no doubt. You guys go subscribe. Westside Accountability, San Joaquin News Network. My nephew, press on, press harder, press now. Let's get it.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. We'll see you on the next one.